Hi, my name's Teen Daze, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
Welcome to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You may have heard online about this mysterious phenomenon known as Teen Daze. Well, here on the show today, we get to bust that mystery. So I'll start off with Teen Daze. Can you introduce yourself?
I can. My name is Teen Daze. I am 24 years old. I like long walks on the beach and peanut butter and Nutella sandwiches, but sorry, I'm taken.
Until now, you've been pretty secretive about who or what Teen Daze is, and what's the reason for that?
I mean, honestly, at the start, it was just sort of like, I was just having fun, and I guess maybe some sort of ideology behind it was just I didn't want anything to distract from the music itself. I didn't want any like past bands that I was in, or any associations that I might have didn't want that to take away from anything. I wanted it to be just the music, and now it's actually sort of turning into this like thing, right? And I definitely never intended that to happen, but it's actually really benefiting me because I've been invited to go play some shows in California, and it's too short of notice to get a work visa for the States. But since nobody knows my name, and since I don't have a name, and all of these helpful things, I'm going to see what I can do.
Dude, that is awesome, but you should not be admitting that because they Google your name when you get to the border.
I know. I changed my Facebook name recently, so that too is going to help. And I don't know. It's turned into this big sort of thing, and I just sort of, I get to sit back and sort of laugh about it. My friends love it because they know that I'm really about as far from a mysterious person as you can get. So
what's been the most mysterious and strange guess as to who Teen Daze is?
Well, a lot of people think that I'm a male-female duo because I just love sort of like messing with people's perceptions of, internet culture and taking things at face value. And so I put a profile picture up on my MySpace of my friends Alex and Greg, and people just assume that that's the band. And so I've read a lot of articles and stuff that have been like the male-female duo, and maybe that's saying that I sing really high too, and they think that I sing like a girl, and that's fine, I guess. But yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, nothing crazy. No like, oh, this is Ryan Schreiber who writes for Pitchfork. It's nothing like some crazy wild guess. It's most people are pretty content with having it be a mystery.
So far. Okay, I was reading online. I know the origin story of the name Teen Daze, but
yep.
I would love it if you could tell it for radio
Totally.
listeners.
Earlier this year, a friend of mine was celebrating his 20th birthday, and the day before, his last day of being a teenager, a bunch of my friends took him out and had a teen day, they called it, and they went around town doing things that like stereotypical just teens would do. So they got Slurpees, they loitered, they like trespassed somewhere. They like watched a horror movie that night or something. And apparently the whole time they were doing this, they would just sort of break out and be like, Teen Day, and so in honor of that, and to sort of celebrate my friend's birthday, I was going to write him a song called Teen Daze, which originally was just YS, and then I thought I'd written probably about 4 or 5 of these songs, and I was like, actually, Teen Daze, that's sort of cool, and so I just rolled with it. Hi, my name's Teen Daze, and you're listening to The Interview Show. I draw so much inspiration from the people around me and just like experiences that I have, and so yeah, the whole EP is started off honestly as just something for my friends, something that they could listen to it over the summer and sort of be like, oh yeah, that's what our year was like. Like there's a track on the record called "Spin Around, Go Ahead." Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead. And that came from a viral video that we like watched over and over and over, and one day I was just like, I'm just gonna sample that and send it to my friends, and we'll all just get a huge kick out of it. And I remember showing it to some of my friends for the first time, and they weren't like laughing as much as I thought they would. And afterwards I was like, so did you guys like it? And they were like, it was actually like really good. They're like, we were really surprised. We thought it was going to be this like really poorly put together, just like, cheesy sort of homage. And they're like, but it was actually like a really good song. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'm onto something here. So Abbotsford is like a suburb where there's no big city. It's just like, it's a ton of residential areas. We have a really small downtown that is great and which I love. It's a rural city. They call it the city in the country is what the town motto is or something, and that comes through in more ways than just geographically. It's very much a country mentality still. Because there's a part of me that really does love it, and I mean, right from the start, yeah, I wrote Vancouver just because I didn't want to have to explain, oh yeah, well technically, or it's like Abbotsford is close to Vancouver or whatever.
Since you're so nice and charitable to Abbotsford,
yep.
What role does it play in your music?
I've actually been going to school out in Abbotsford for the last 4 years. I actually just graduated with my my Bachelor of Arts. I find that there's really just an inspiring group of people that I've come to know there, and Abbotsford is a big part of that. I think to myself, I sort of look back over the last 4 years and looked at the music I've written and the stuff I've created and everything, and I wonder what it would sound like if, say, I had been living in Vancouver the whole time, and there's something really peaceful about the fact that it's not a city, and even though we have some of the important amenities, it really is. It's a rural place, and so it gives you time to, it's not like every night there's a show to go to, which would be great, as a music lover myself, but then I wouldn't get anything done. Here, there may not be a ton to do, so it sort of forces you to be creative, and so you make your own experiences and have fun in other ways. And I think a lot of people from small towns would sort of have the same reaction. So I grew up in a town called Chilliwack, which is even more rural than Abbotsford, and from there I moved to Manitoba when I was in high school, and I lived out in the prairies for about probably 5 or 6 years, and so I've definitely experienced that lifestyle, that maybe more conservative, laid back, sort of relaxed vibe, and so I'm sure it definitely comes through.
Cool. I was reading one criticism of your records, and it was half serious criticism at that, because it's a great record. The criticism was filler worthy for the Weather Channel. I want to know your reaction.
Okay, funny you should say that. I read that and felt so honored, because my girlfriend especially will be the first person to tell anyone this. I love the Weather Channel. Like, if I'm like, I know it's a little strange, but if I'm ever like surfing through channels, and rarely do I ever like really spend time just like sitting down and like watching TV. So the first thing I normally do is like go to the Weather Channel, and I'm just, maybe I have this strange fascination with weather and meteorology, and either way, I just remember in high school, anytime I would check the Weather Channel before I'd go to work in the morning one summer, there was always this one song that would play, and it was this sort of ambient jam thing. I remember thinking, like, man, that's such a great track. And now I'm reading, like, oh yeah, Weather Channel filler, and I was like, yeah, perfect, that's just the vibe I'm going for, you know? Hi, my name's Teen Daze, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
Let's touch God. Let's touch God. Let's touch God. Texas forever. Texas forever.
Hi, my name's Teen Daze, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
Cool. You put out your first EP, 4 More Years.
Yeah.
And I was looking on your MySpace, and you have a manager already.
Yeah.
You have a licensing/remix agent.
Yeah.
And a press agent.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good for a first EP.
Yeah.
Who do you want to model your career after?
I think there's a couple obviously bigger sort of grand scheme type things. I've loved Daft Punk since I was probably grade 6 or something when Homework first came out, and to be able to make dance music on a scale that they're doing it would be just an absolute honor and thrill to do something like that. Maybe in the more sort of micro way of looking at it. I think Ernest Green from Washed Out is actually, I've really taken a lot from just how he's gone about doing his music, and that comes through a lot in the music too, because I'm just a huge fan of his stuff. And he's been able to create such a vibe around him, and his own touch on this style of music, and he's done it through one cassette and an EP. And there's all of this hype and all of this, blog love and everything that's sort of coming towards him, and it's all really on just a small amount of tunes. And I just think that's really cool to be able to make something right off the bat that catches people's attention and gets them listening. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Last question. I love, as I bring up the music at the end of the show, for the guest to take a track off the album and sort of give a little bit of explanation about it as we go out.
Sure. Okay, I'll tell you the story about Shine On, You Crazy White Cap. The thing that instantly made me laugh about the reception that song was getting was that nobody really took any time to be like, what on earth is that title referencing or talking about or, getting at? Again, my group of friends, a bunch of us all lived in this sort of apartment complex that was right beside our school, and anytime we'd be walking back to our place from school, we'd walk by this one big tree, and by the tree there was a white bottle cap that had been like kicked into the ground, and every time we walked by it, we're like, what is that cap doing there? Or like always sort of like musing over like the origins of like who placed the cap there and what's the significance of that, and just being college students and facetious and everything. And then one day we just walked by and I remember being like, shine on, you crazy white cap. And so from that alone just became an inside joke between us and me and my friends, and I was like, I'm gonna name a track that for sure. And then if you are able to decipher what the lyrics are saying, it's pretty reverb heavy, so if you can't, don't feel too bad. But the song is a love song between the white cap and eventually the blue cap that appeared. We don't know how it got there, but a blue cap appeared. And so there's lyrics like let's drive to the coastline tonight, you're my past life. And that's referencing the caps looking up at the sky and thinking, wow, it'd be so great if we were human beings and we could go to the coast. And the idea of the past life being they were both once caps on bottles. So there you go. It's not this airy, random. Oh, it's pretty random, I suppose. But there's a love story behind it, even if it's plastic bottle caps. Hi, my name's Teen Daze, and you're listening to The Interview Show.